Yes, boys. Yes, let's go. Oh yeah. All the way back from the way back. Let's go. Let's roll. All right. A little tea time, if you will. All right, guys, y'all already know what time it is. Welcome back. We're doing it again. All right, now we have something new. Haven't had too much experience with them, but I'm gonna give you a brief little history lesson so we get caught up and we all on the same page. All right. So Rochas is a fashion, beauty, and perfume house founded in 1925 by a French designer named Marcel Rochas. This particular fragrance is a homage to the original fragrance that was released by Rochas in 1949, according to some internet searching. And apparently, the name was inspired by Dick Van Dyke painting of a portrait of Charles I of England, who boasted some mighty fine whiskers. This EDP version was actually released in 2018. Now, though this was an original release from this house, this often gets compared to Tuxedo by YSL. Now, I want us to just pause. We're talking about a well-known, very sophisticated fashion brand. And then add that, in your best look, a tuxedo, okay? There's a little bit riding on that, but if it's that good, and it might be worthy of some high praise. Let's get into it and let's see what we got. All right, guys. I just want to say before I get into this presentation, I want to shout you guys out. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys for showing that love, showing support. And if you haven't already, man, let me drink some tea on y'all. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button. While you down there, go ahead and give some love to that like button too. Holla at your boy. Hey, tell a friend. Anyways, let's get into that presentation. All right, let's go. So about this bottle, all right, this presentation, I mean, honestly, this is one of my favorite in my collection. I think right now of all the ones that I do own, this is probably one of the favorite of the ones that I have currently. You know what I'm saying? And what I really like about this one is the heft of the bottle and the nostalgic nod. You know, it reminds me of a classic bottle of men's cologne. It has these fluted sides. It just has a nice texture when you pick it up. And again, the weight of this bottom glass. I mean, you can just see how far from the bottom the liquid sits, just how thick that glass is. It's substantial, just like this is a substantial fragrance. Moving on to the label, you have a red-orange label that says Moustache EDP in black. Now, moving on to the cap, it is a gunmetal gray mirror finish cap. On the top, it has Rochas in a low relief emblazoned twice around the circle. Flipping the cap over, it also has some nice weight to it. You can see a black plastic lined cap that does have a solid click into place. Now, I wouldn't recommend this, but you can hold the weight of this bottle with this cap. So that gives you an idea how strong it is. Now, let's talk about the Atomizer. The Atomizer, you know, as you can see, is also done in that same gunmetal gray as a cap. It's a nice, simple atomizer with a great spray pattern and great projection. Now, when I first smell this in the air, one of the first things that come to mind is the phrase intensely alluring. This is a very uniquely masculine, beautifully crafted scent. It's stunning. Now, let's just get in some of that note breakdown. In the top, you have pink pepper, mandarin. Now in the mids, you have some cedar. You also have rose. In the base, you have some benzoin, vanilla, and our favorite patchouli. So when you first spray this, you will immediately see how aromatic this fragrance is. The pink pepper for me is one of the most notable things. You know, there's a spice there, but it's not overly so. There's a mandarin note that is listed, but the mandarin that I get from this is this dull, like sun-dried mandarin peel, as if someone was sitting outside eating an orange. They peeled the peel off and they kind of just left it on the ground. It was sun-dried and it just dried out and somebody just picked it up the next day. Now, for about the first 30 minutes or so, the cedar starts coming through the mids, you know, kind of mixing with some of that pink pepper, which actually smells like leather to me. Now, speaking of the cedar in the mids, it is what grounds this fragrance. You know, at this point, it's like the notes of that rose is adding some balance and floral sweetness along with the mandarin notes. In the dry down, this resinous amber smell of benzoin starts to come alive. You start smelling that vanilla note balanced out with some patchouli. For me, I still smell the cedar. Again, it solidifies this fragrance. The pink pepper there is almost throughout, like completely the fragrance, allowing this to be aromatic and float in the air. This is a well-rounded scent suited for a lot of occasions and all seasons. This is a signature scent worthy. You know, as a matter of fact, I'm thinking this might be a signature scent for me. This can be worn dressed all the way up to tuxedo level and dressed all the way down to jeans and a t-shirt. Now, that's quite a range, I know. But the way this has a rugged masculine appeal, at the same time sophisticated and appealing, is a testament to the quality and craftsmanship of this fragrance. Regardless of this having a similarity to YSL Tuxedo, this fragrance has enough depth and presence to stand on its own. It don't need any comparison. Now, this is an EDP concentration. I won't worry about going too heavy with this fragrance. It mostly tapers off to something that's quite smooth. You know, I usually go about 5 or 7 sprays on this one, so that usually works out pretty well for me. Now, with that being said, this is a 125 ml bottle. So if you are a little heavy handed with those sprays, look, this is gonna work out for you. Got plenty of room to work. All right, performance. Now on my skin, and make sure you're moisturizing your skin, people. All right, stay moisturized. Now I'm getting about 8 to 10 hours on my skin. Longevity on clothing, 12 plus. Projection. Now, this is not a strong projector, okay? It will still project a little bit more than arm's length, you know, at a very appropriate level. You know, it seems like whoever put this fragrance together is so tailored to a certain type of moment, a situation. It is just the right amount to come across in a very gentlemanly way. You know what I mean? Like non-offensive, just right. The overall projection here, you're getting this spicy, lingering vibe, you know what I mean? So as far as the sillage, because of the pink pepper note in here, this is so aromatic, and that pepper note just lifts this fragrance. So you're getting a nice, you know, 4 to 6 feet scent trail as you walk through with this one on. You're gonna be G to G. So all things considered, this is from a brand that I don't have too much knowledge about, you know what I'm saying, prior to this. Now, I've heard about them before, and I've seen the ads, and actually, as a matter of fact, I've even heard about this particular scent before many times, you know. And I know there's also an EDT version of this, and it has a very similar design to this one, but a slightly different label. You know, it looks a lot like this, and apparently smells pretty different, you know. So if you plan on picking this up, which I would highly recommend, make sure you're getting the right one. You know, this is the EDP, okay? When you land on this bottle somewhere, wherever you find it, if you do, I would go for the 125 ml. I think it's a great bang for your buck, especially if you can find this around the $40 to $75 mark. If you find this anywhere between those two numbers, or, you know, around those two numbers, definitely worth a pickup. Should you buy this? Absolutely. Top recommendation. All right, where can you buy this? All right, link will be in the description. Discounters, eBay, surf the web, you know what I'm saying? Get savvy with your purchases. Make sure they're from a reputable site though, and you should be a-okay. You should be good. All right, now, do you have a bottle of this already? Comment down below. You want to know something else that's good that you think I should check out? Comment down below. If you're thinking about signing up and you ain't already, sign up down below. Man, I'm gonna get up out of here. I got some really great stuff up here, floating up here above my head. You know how that thing goes at the end of the video. If you made it this far, I always want to say I appreciate you guys. Come back and holler at me in the next one. We're gonna keep doing this. We'll keep the ball rolling. Appreciate you guys. Dooskies. Yes, boys. Yes, let's go.